Welcome everybody to the weekly Frontier stream. I am your host this week, Diamond Commando, and I'm joined today by Kushla. How are you doing today?
I am good, and this is, from the looks of it, it's going to be a very exciting match.
It is indeed. It is either going to be really fast or somewhat grindy. So today we have two very different lists with us. We have an Atarka red list. From the looks of it, more of the pumps, like more of the pump line of it, running main deck Hazaret. You're a Kush player. You're an Atarka player. What do you think of this list?
The direction that this list was taken in by the entire adult team was a very grindy direction. So, while some cards like Hordeling Outburst, which are effectively useless in some matchups such as Judge Delirium and other matchups revolving around big threats like that, got taken out and replaced with higher individual power threats that could break through the walls presented by mid-range decks such as Delirium and Abzan and Control.
Yeah, I agree with this list. Started playing Atarka for the Frontier Cockatrice League, and I'm actually playing your list. This deck is a lot more grindy, in my opinion, and is made for a more grindy meta. One thing that I think will do really well in this matchup post board is the two Rampaging Ferocidons in the sideboard. Considering the deck this deck is up against, which is a very weird 4-color Saheeli Rai deck.
Yes, and it's amazing because this deck has somehow managed to pull off playing sideboard hate against itself main deck.
I don't know how it does it. I don't know why it does it, but somehow it got 2-0.
So the list we are talking about is, as described by its pilot, a version of the Against the Odds list known as Dagger Burn from Standard, upgraded to Frontier, with the addition of the Saheeli combo.
I honestly don't know what to think of this list.
Does anyone? It's insane. I have no idea what manner of could come up with this idea, but here we are.
Here we are, and it's working. So
it is
2-0. Looking at a possible 3-0. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's get into the games.
Yes. The thing with the possible 3-0, however, is that Atarka has historically been a very good foil to Saheeli strategies.
Agreed.
And the Dagger Burn strategy, from what I understand of it, has a tendency to be a bit on the slower side, which is also weak to Atarka. So we'll see how the changes made to Dolt's list from the standard Atarka list change how the matchup plays out.
Yeah. So right now we are getting our opening hands. From the looks of it, we got, I don't know, Kush, what do you think of this Atarka 7?
It looks very capable, but I'm not entirely sold on it. 2 Atarka's commands is always nice to look at when you're looking at an opening hand. However, only 1 creature is a bit suspect.
Yeah. Now, manga up here kept his opening 7. Um, I which has a trespasser's curse and a trespasser's curse and a fatal push. So I think he's looking to stop Mason Mancy in the early game.
Yes, and it looks like with the mana available to him, he has the ability to do that.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Mason Mancy is also keeping his opening 7. So.
All right. So no mulligans.
No
That's
mulligans.
a good start.
Yeah. Mason Mancy being on the play, always good for an Atarka player, seeing you're on the play.
Oh, absolutely. It's much more important for Atarka than a lot of other decks.
Alright. So going with the turn 1 Swifty. Nothing unusual there. I assume it's going to get fatal pushed.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard play. Something that I've run into countless times. Just
Yeah, turn 1 Swifty into fatal push, never something good.
yes, never really surprised, but it's definitely a reason why I don't like keeping one land hands.
Yeah.
Or one creature hands, sorry. Although one land hands aren't any better.
Yeah. Got the entire Dota crew DOLT coming in to the spectators,
Oh,
as they normally do when one of their team members is playing.
yep. Say what you will about the people on Dolt, but
They're great people.
support. They
I like.
definitely support their team.
Oh yeah, they're great people. I'm okay with most of them. They've
Yeah.
helped me out a lot with decks and stuff. So, Death by Manga decides to pass here. I assume with this he's looking to punish Mason Mancy by just letting him invest into his Swifty.
Yeah. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case, however, with no castable spells at the moment.
Yeah.
However, that fetch could turn on Atarka's command next turn.
That is correct. And I think with the nature of his hand, it probably will, considering he also has a Become Immerse in his hand with 3 green cards and no green.
Yeah, fetching a Cinderglade here is almost definitely the correct play, although I wouldn't do it now. And Mason doesn't swing. Or he might have just missed that.
Maybe. Oh, he's
Yeah,
lagging.
yes, lag would definitely do that.
There we go.
All right, it is an unusual sight, to say the least, to see a Monastery Swiftspears not swing into an open board.
Yeah. Can confirm. He takes the 1.
Yeah, I agree with that for the most part. You want to get them to commit more into it before you
Yeah.
spend resources on it.
Can't agree.
I mean, especially in a list running Become Immense.
Oh, yeah.
Over.
So he's going to continue holding up that Fatal Push, waiting for a good moment. Probably when he either invests one of the 2 Atarka commands in the hand.
Yes, although deck lists are open, so he does know that this is a list running at least 1 Become Immense, I think more.
Yeah. Deck list, he is running 1.
Yes, just 1. So there are a couple. There is 1 more pump spell on the sideboard, however.
Yeah,
That being
Blossom of
Blossom of
Defense.
Defense.
Yeah. Another land at the top for Mason Mancy. Not a good thing to see when you're the Atarka player. You want to see more creatures at this moment because you only have 1.
Yes, that more creatures right now is extremely important, and I don't think he can win without drawing them.
Agreed. Especially if the Saheeli combo comes up.
Excuse me for a second, I have to take care of something.
Okay. Let's see. So I think he's almost definitely going to go Swifty and Atarka's command. No reason why not to.
Yes, that would make total sense, especially with not knowing that there's a Fatal Push there, and having swung last turn and having it not been and not having it be pushed kind of leads him to think that there might not be one there.
Yeah. So let's see. He swings.
And just waiting for responses from either player. Nothing so far.
Yeah, I think both players are having a little bit of lag issues.
Yeah, that is nothing unusual with this platform, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
All right, so Swift Spear has gotten past blocking step, which isn't really saying much because it's no creatures, but
Yeah.
he didn't push it immediately, which is a good idea.
Yeah, wait till you invest the either the Atarka's command or whatever he has in his hand is always the correct play when it comes to this because they use a resource that they could have not that they might have not have used if you had if you fatal pushed beforehand.
Yes. You don't want to end up in a situation where you're staring down 2 Atarka's commands when you could have taken 1 out.
I can confirm after playing a lot of Atarka, against a lot of Atarka.
I can confirm after being the Atarka that you just mentioned.
Yeah. Or it was actually a Sky's list. He defensed Atarka to me.
Oh, that sounds brutal, and
Yeah.
is also a play we might see later in this set.
Yep. And here comes the fatal push.
Yep, that seems. I think that was the expected play.
Yeah.
No reason not to.
Yeah, switch modes indeed. I would assume that the default is always burn +1/+1.
However, since you waited to ask that,
Yeah,
there is the ability.
the ability to
If you
put a
want,
land.
if you want to rules lawyer it a bit, you can put a land down here.
Yeah. Is Mason lagging? The lag is unreal.
Yes, he is absolutely lagging.
Yeah. So yeah, he intended to burn pump. On his screen, he still hasn't tapped his lands. And I have loot.
At this
So
point, I might recommend just restarting or reloading
yeah.
the web page.
Um.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't think he can refresh.
Oh no,
Uh,
that's not good.
oh boy. Technical difficulties, everyone. Um, please stand by.
That's a shame.
That is a shame. I think he's back. Possible. We'll see.
He maybe. I mean, something happened. I don't really know what is going on. Anyways, so while we're experiencing these technical difficulties, let's talk a bit about what could go on after this game, specifically the sideboards.
Yeah.
So,
Good lord. All right.
one point of
Yeah, we're just gonna wait and see what happens. So, looking at the Atarka's list.
yeah, one point of interest I would like to talk about here is the rampaging ferocodons, which I believe. Did you already bring those up on stream?
I did.
Okay. Yeah. As we mentioned then, those ferocodons are typically good against Saheeli. However, this is a Saheeli list that is built around using rampaging ferocodon,
Yeah.
which may complicate the matter.
Yeah. I think if we look at this other list over here,
Yeah.
I'm expecting probably
What I'm
Abrades, the Abrade to come in to
I may not be looking at the right list.
no, I'm looking at the right list. It has
Oh wait, no, yeah, the braids.
yep,
Right.
one Abrade, single copy of Abrade come in to deal with the Panharmonicons.
Yes, the Panharmonicon is absolutely a threatening part of this deck, and removing that seems very important. I am a bit skeptical as to the choice of a braid as a card in the 75, but if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Other cards I might consider would be things like Chandra, Torch of Defiance, which there are two of, and Roast, which there are two of.
Yeah, both of those deal with key combo pieces. Being able to destroy a creature, which is going to be very important in dealing with rampaging Ferocidons.
Yes, and that 4 damage worth of burn on both of them, or at least 4 damage worth of burn on both of them,
Yeah,
is a very key mark to hit when trying to deal with Felidar Guardians.
I do agree. I also can possibly see the Goblin Chain Wheeler coming in. Um, don't know. Uh, but it could. Goblin Chain. I love the interaction of Chain Wheeler and Soulscar Mage.
Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I love that, but I don't know how good that is here.
Looking at the other list.
Looking at the other list, Dispel seems
Dispel and
just
Negate
off the bat.
seems. Dispel and Negate and Languish all seem like fine things to put in.
Yes. Dispel against a deck that loves prowess triggers is absolutely excellent. Negate, a bit less excellent, but still perfectly serviceable.
Yeah.
And Languish is just a bomb.
Oh yeah. No, most definitely. Getting rid of all the small stuff is definitely something you want to be doing in this matchup.
Yes.
The thing is, I
And
don't know what he would take out though. Like
yes,
he
that
has to.
is the problem.
The problem from being a combo player myself, the problem with sideboarding with a combo deck is that you always have to keep the combo intact unless you have a backup plan in your sideboard.
Yeah. See, here I think that dynamic shifts a little bit because you have two combos.
Yeah,
So I
oh yeah, most
think
definitely.
it may be possible to board out, say, the 3 copies of Saheeli and 3 copies of Felidar,
Felt
as well as some other stuff, say maybe roasts, maybe a radiant flames for the dispels, the negates, and languishes.
oh most definitely. I can see coming out probably taking out the Saheeli combo altogether, knowing that there will be knowing that there will more than likely be 6 rampaging Ferocidons throughout both 75s.
Yeah.
And bringing in all negates, all dispels, and probably not just one or the other, and bringing in languishes, and probably cutting a roast, maybe Trespasser's Curse, and
I
a
mean,
Crane.
cutting roasts for languishes, just in their entirety, seems like a valid strategy, seeing as there is nothing besides Hazaret there is no creature besides Hazaret that roast hits that Fatal Push or something else doesn't.
Yeah,
And roast doesn't hit Hazaret, so it seems kind of dead.
agreed. And Languish hits Hazaret.
As well as everything else.
Yeah. Looking at the other list, you said you expect the Rampaging Ferocidons to come in.
I said, yes, I definitely would expect them in a normal Saheeli matchup, but I don't know. Especially because how Dagger Burn works, how the Dagger Burn combo plan works, is by using Dousing Dagger to force tokens or token creatures onto your opponent's board, which triggers the Ferocidon against yourself. So that may not be such a good idea.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So, um, here I don't know how he would side this. I know the Abrade would more than likely come in. Probably the Chandras and the Roast. Taking out wise, I think his best thing to take out would definitely be the Dragon Fodder. Being the strategy of Dagger Burn, how it works.
Yeah, Dragon Fodder is definitely not a card you want here. It's almost actively bad. And with Dragon Fodders coming out, you can also trim Stoke the Flames, possibly both of them, because they rely heavily on the token creation of cards like Dragon Fodder.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm getting word that sometime soon we may want to start playing Jeopardy music.
we may want to do that.
So yeah, coming out, I definitely see the 4 Dragon Fodder coming out. And if he had to take out one more, what do you think it would be? Just to get
The
the 2
four,
Roast, 2 Chandras, and the 1 Abrade.
the 4 Dragon Fodder, and I would just take out the 2 Stoke the Flames as well. And I would also put in the Goblin Chain Whirler, because earlier when I was talking about it, I was just thinking of its enter the battlefield ability. However,
We back. We're all right. We're back.
Are we back?
We are back. Yeah. So
Anyways,
all right.
as I
So
was
while we were talking, the Atarka resolved, and then Death by Manga brought back Trespasser's Curse. Put Trespasser's Curse onto Mason Mancy.
all right.
Continue.
So
All right. So yeah, we are back.
right.
That's good. I got pinged somewhere. Twitch stream. Match is back. Yeah, I got pinged everywhere saying match is back, y'all. Whoops.
All right.
Our bad, people. So yeah, we caught you guys all back up. Yeah. Now we are. Oof. Another Atarka's command comes out on top.
Oh, that's
No
not
creatures.
a
No creatures. No nothing. That's a feel bad moment there.
that is a sad hand to look at. Just all that gas and just no payoff for it.
Yeah.
Just nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean, there is that secondary option of putting a land into play.
Yeah. But
And he could also, if a creature ever does enter the battlefield under Mancy's control, he he can respond to the curse by casting Tarkus command to prevent the life gain.
That is correct. That is definitely a play that is possible.
And
That I had not thought of.
knowing how he works and having played a few games with him, I will assume that he will see that line of play and do it.
Yes. That definitely seems like something.
Yeah, flooding. Yes, it was a strand. That is indeed a flooded strand in the graveyard. I see a flooded strand in a polluted delta.
Flooded Strand can indeed not fetch Mars. All right.
Smoldering Mars cannot be fetched. L.
Oh, did he just not know that? Or did he not notice?
No, I don't think he noticed. I think he accidentally grabbed the wrong land.
Oh, that.
Oh well, that happened.
That just feels bad. All right.
Yeah, that's an L. Dowsing Dagger off the top.
Ooh, and
Ooh.
Panharmonicon in hand.
Yeah.
And a second Trespasser's Curse. This could end very soon.
Very soon. Panharmonicon getting 8 life. Panharmonicon plus a Dowsing Dagger getting 8 life in there. That's that can be bad.
And he, according to control of curses, controls both of those Trespassers' curses. I'm correct about that? Is that right?
I'm not entirely sure how curses work.
I'm pretty sure that Death by Manga still controls both Trespassers' curses, so if he lands this Panharmonicon, then that Dowsing Dagger, that's just a win on the spot.
Yeah, let me look this up real quick, make sure I know what I'm talking about. End of turn, I believe he's firing off one of these Atarka's commands. Rolling.
Yep, that is what he's doing.
Yep. Let me talk to 3 in land. Very nice. Let me get one of our judges here. How does control of curses work? Hydro Lord being one of our judges that we have on site. Can clarify this for us, because Gatherer doesn't have anything. And firing off both Atarka's commands. He's going aggressive.
That is an interesting play, alright.
Yeah. Creature up the top.
Alright.
Alright, we're getting some payoff finally. So he loses 2, Death by Manga gains 2.
However, with that Become Immense in hand, I don't think that's a particularly big issue.
No, not at all. So yes, because of how control of curses work, Death by Manga still controls both Trespasser curses. Meaning, if Dowsing Dagger resolves, then we do indeed have a win. Now, he's not going for that line of play by what we are seeing now. I just think he missed it.
It could be that, or it could be that he doesn't want to lose to Become Immense plus burn off the top.
Yeah.
Which could definitely happen.
Oh, most definitely.
So Mason loses
4, go down to 11, and no, goes up to 14. Yeah, goes down to 11, and Manga goes up to 14.
Which is a very, very healthy life total.
Agreed.
And now with 3 of the 4 Atarka's commands out of the deck and into the graveyard,
yeah,
there is no chance of another one off the top.
Oh yeah, land off the Ramanop Ruins off the top for Mason.
So now he can.
He has enough in his He has enough in his graveyard to become immense full delve.
Yeah, you can Become Immense, and Ramanap Ruins in the same turn, which could be important.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Getting in 10 points in one turn takes a pretty hefty chunk out of Manga's life total.
Yes.
He is not becoming Immense.
That is an interesting play.
Um,
I think we'll probably see Ramanap Ruins end of turn.
Yeah.
And
Okay. All right. So I needed to check something. So one interesting thing I just realized with Manga's deck, he is running no basics.
oh, that is an interesting choice.
Yeah, meaning those Tango lands are always going to be entering the battlefield tapped.
At that point, why would you even run Tango lands over cycling duels?
Yeah.
Alright. There are a lot of choices in this deck that I don't understand, but it's doing it, so I'm not going to question it.
It's doing what the deck was meant to do.
Yeah.
So Manga's right now at 13.
Yeah.
Probably going to get Ramanop at the end of turn.
Down
to 11.
And then burn off the top plus Become Immense could win. I have to do the math on that.
Well, Become Immense would take Soulscar Maids up to 8. So he's going for the Panharmonicon now.
Yeah. So any burn off the top wins.
Fetch damage was not missed. No, it was not.
No, it was.
Was it?
Because he was
He
down.
He gained
He
fetch
gained
damage.
to 14,
Yes, that's right.
then got hit
It
by
was.
Soulscar Mage, then fetched.
Never mind. My bad. Math is hard. Coming from someone who took AP Calc.
Coming from someone who is currently almost not failing pre-calc, I can't confirm. Math is hard.
Alright, so no response to Panharmonicon. So that changed the math a little bit.
Alright.
Meaning he's actually dead.
Yeah, he's just dead.
He's just dead. Wait. No. Because...
Alright, land off the top?
Land off the top or burn is win.
Land off the top or spell off the top at all just wins.
Yeah, a non-creature spell.
Yes.
Specifically has to be non-creature. That is indeed not... Ooh.
That is technically a non-creature, but not actually non-creature.
that actually hurts.
Work.
That does not do the trick.
Ow. Alright,
That actually does the exact opposite of what you want to do.
That is immensely counterproductive.
I can confirm.
And now I think Mason is just dead to that Felidar Guardian.
He is indeed.
Wow.
Wow, and then we get the Saheeli combo too.
Oh my god.
So he could, I think he missed his land drop the turn before. So if he would have, he would have had to shuffle.
Oh, and I forgot, no basics, so he can't fetch for an untapped land, so he can't Saheeli off, then Felidar the Dowsing Dagger.
Yeah. Alright, Felidar, Flicker, Dowsing Dagger, get 4 tokens on the opposite side, and do 16 damage. And that's
that is brutal.
That is what you call a deck doing what it's supposed to do.
And now here we are with Dagger Burn Saheeli combo up 1-0 over Atarka, both of which are at 2-0.
Yeah.
In 2-0 in sets. Like, how does that happen?
So once they're done sideboarding, I'm gonna have them send it to us to confirm our suspicions that we just made previously. Honestly, at first I was very skeptical about Death by Manga's list. But now that I'm actually seeing it played, it looks like a very, very good deck.
Yes, it definitely looks threatening. I would not want to be. I would not want to sit down across from this.
Oh no, not at all. Yeah, I like, and
Like
11. Okay. Boop. 11 again. All right. Yeah, and like this deck, it like has so many little things in it that you like. He may even just keep the Feldar Guardians because he can bounce his Dowsing Daggers.
yeah,
I mean, that's still that is
God.
something he can actually do. So there's
oh my god! I just realized Healy's ultimate fetches almost every piece of the combo. That's insane.
and he can also just -2 to create a copy of the Dowsing Dagger that's going to get exiled at the end of the turn.
There is so much synergy. Did not realize before watching the deck be played.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, PM. All right, so we're gonna get sideboards. Plans when they're done. So -3 Hazoret, -1 Become Immense from Mason. And
Interesting.
yeah, might be going to a little faster.
Yeah.
And so with 4 cards down, see what he brings in.
Yeah, that is an interesting question.
Manga only brought in 3 cards.
Oh.
+1 Blossoming, +2 Ferocidon, and +1 Abrade. So he did bring in the Ferocidons.
All right.
All right, so
interesting.
Very interesting indeed. I'm gonna get the sideboard from Death by Manga. Take a look at this opening hand and give me your thoughts.
Oh my. All right. This is the sort of opening hand that I would absolutely keep, then immediately regret. Which means that Mason should absolutely not keep this hand. 1-landers are never a keep. The amount of tempo loss you get from never top decking your second land, which can absolutely happen because of the low land density of Atarka.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
I have lost way too many sad games to not top decking a second land.
Yeah, if I want to wrap this board all right. So yeah, I mean, I am a little more disciplined. So I think I would most definitely ship this away because not top decking your second land when you have
Yes, I totally agree. I would never keep this in a match with any sort of stakes. You really need 2 lands.
Oh yeah, most definitely. 2 lands is something that is key for Atarka, especially when you have 3 2-mana cards.
Yes, like the deck wins off the back of its 2-drops.
Yeah.
Like Dragon Fodder, Smuggler's Copter, Lightning Strike, Atarka's Command, they just put in so much work.
Okay, so Death by Manga brought in the 3 Dispels.
Okay.
Alright, so that makes sense. What did you take out? And takeout wise, don't know yet. But yeah, I would definitely ship this hand away, go down to a 6. It's not too good. And he's keeping.
Oh my god.
Alright.
This absolute madman. Alright, if this works, I will be extremely impressed.
Can agree. I think see, Dota's list is running 21 lands.
That is a bit higher than average for Atarka, so I can see this possibly working.
Okay. Manga took out 2 Saheeli, 1 Radiant Flames.
Okay.
Alright.
That makes total sense.
And he keeps his Death. Manga also keeps his 7. Can't see it yet because he hasn't revealed.
Alright. As soon as we get...
Yep, I got it.
I get the hand.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks very good.
Yeah, very keepable.
Yeah, just no turn 1 Dispel, but you don't really need that.
No, you don't really need it.
Gluttonous Crane looks like a very, very good card in this matchup.
Oh yeah, it just looks like a very good blocker in general.
Yeah,
like that 1/3 body is very helpful, even against burn. Like the only burn it dies to is Lightning Strike.
In this deck, I would sort of liken it to something like Satyr Wayfinder that just gets you some value on entry.
Yeah.
And then just blocks forever. Or just not forever because Satyr Wayfinder just kind of dies, but it blocks
and in
really
this
well.
deck, with half of the key combo pieces being artifacts, it's perfectly fine in my opinion.
Yeah. And you don't...
Either have off the top from...
Oh, that's amazing.
That is very nice.
Yeah. Because now you can hold up turn 1 Dispel and also have the mana to turn 2 Gluttonous Crane if you don't use the Dispel.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he'll have to.
No, probably not. The second counter. There we go.
All right.
People learning. So. Pass the turn. All right. MiracleTop.com. Not a land.
Oh no. This is shaping up to not be a good run.
Yeah, most definitely not shaping up to be good.
Yeah, he really, really needed that second land almost immediately.
Oh, yeah. So, Alright, so he's probably going to go with the Glintness Crane. Either that or hold up the spell. He might just hold up the spell for this Wild Slash.
He might,
I think
but I
it's...
don't see a reason why.
Yeah. Yeah, just go for it.
Like, with the mana available right now, there is no way, there is very little possibility that the Glint Nest dies on blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Unless Mason decides to commit a Wild Slash to it, in which case the Crane was a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
While also gaining life, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. He did not hit an artifact off it.
Oh, that is not as ridiculous then.
Yeah. I mean, you can whiff. Whiffing sometimes is not too bad, I guess.
I mean, there's a second Crane right there. It's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal. Although he will have to wait another turn before he can cast it, because tapped blue.
Yeah, tapped blue source. So, his Soulscar Mage really needs to find that second land. Like, that second land is very important to him.
Yes, absolutely.
Nope. There we go. Wrong land from manga. However, though, Mason is going to get a hefty amount of damage in this turn.
Alright, there are a lot of 1-mana creatures on right now.
Yes.
That is generally a good sign from Atarka.
However,
I don't know.
being on one land, not good.
You know, I never thought I'd say this about Atarka, but top decking a forest right here would be amazing.
He doesn't run any forest. He only runs Cinderglades.
That is probably not a good idea.
No. Because sometimes you may just need that untapped green source.
Yes.
Second Glintness Crane off the top. Third Glintness Crane off the top for manga.
There have been a lot of greens this game.
Can confirm. Getting him a...
As someone in chat pointed out earlier, there are only 8 artifacts in this deck.
Yeah, only...
It's not... While it is a good digging card, it's not entirely reasonable to expect it to draw a card every time.
No, it's not.
Even though it does always get you closer to what you're looking for in most cases.
Yeah. He may have a lot of artifacts in that one. Got a Dowsing Dagger off this one. Which is okay, but he doesn't have any sort of like burn.
So he has half of the combo in hand. That shuffle should not have happened. That's weird.
Might have been a misclick. Yep. Keep Dagger revealed. Make sure the knowledge he has, because he doesn't feel like writing down. That's really, really unfortunate.
That's a rough top deck.
Oh yeah.
You hate to see that happen.
I believe Mason's getting in for at least 2. He's at least getting in for 4 this turn.
Yeah. He can get a total of 6.
Yeah. But this hand
that
is
is
just getting these, like, just not. This is what happens when you keep one-landers. Remember, kids, don't keep one-landers, no matter what. The only thing worse than a one-lander is a no-lander. And the only time a no-lander is good is when you're playing a deck with no lands.
all right. The only time you keep a no-lander is if you're running a deck that starts with Char and ends with Belcher.
False. When you're playing a deck that's called Oops All Spells.
Yeah, that too.
I played that deck in Legacy. It's a lot of fun. Aether Hub off the top. That's nice.
There's more blue and an actual red source, or
Yep.
sort of a red source,
Oh yeah.
for that Saheeli and that roast in hand.
Yeah. Huey in the
Although
chat.
neither of those cards look particularly great right now. And using that energy to cast a Glitness Crane when there is blue mana open also does not look so great right now.
Does not as well.
That is an interesting decision, to say the least.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting decision considering that was his only red source.
Yeah. I feel like land off the top here for Mason would be amazing, but it's a one-lander, so land off the top would always be amazing.
Agreed. A land
But
off the
here,
top, no matter what, is going to be amazing.
yes, but here it would be particularly amazing because it's just 6 guaranteed damage. And that was probably not a good idea.
No, that was. Dowsing that he has 2 flyers.
Yes.
Dowsing Dagger flips whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player.
Oh.
That will give him 3. That will give him 3 pieces of colored mana.
Oh, and there is
a second land.
The lightning strike, the land off the top, allowing Mason to lightning strike a crane and get in for 6.
Lightning strike's not going to resolve.
Oh, that is a very good point.
Lightning strike's not going to resolve.
Correction. Smuggler's Copter, allowing him to get in for 4.
Or not.
That works too, I guess.
It does something. Mason Mancy not knowing
goes for the lightning strike.
Yep. Strike you. Dispel.
Still gets in for 4, which is decent, but not great.
Oh yeah. Oh no, still decent.
Yeah. Not 5. Just 4.
Yep.
So still out of range of a
second dispel off the top.
Alright,
we're getting there. Dowsing Dagger equips for 2, meaning I believe those 2 Aether Hubs are going to be used too. Yep. Exactly what I thought. 2 Aether Hubs.
Yep.
Get in there for 1.
3.
3. Yep, 3. That's right. Dowsing Dagger does give a little boost.
Not much of a boost, but a boost nonetheless.
Agreed.
So.
And then it will transform into the Lost Veil.
And if I'm remembering correctly, that's just a Lotus Veil, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a Lotus. No. I think he's still just dead. Unless he just leaves it back to block. But if he swings, he's dead. And he does exactly that.
And he does not swing. That is a good idea.
Rampaging Ferocidon off the top.
There's the Ferocidon.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because playing that would most likely kill him.
Agreed. So now he's going to get in for 4 damage.
Again. You cannot dispel that.
Can't.
That is not an instant.
Not. He realizes his flaw. He takes it back.
Yep.
Fun fact. Hydra, our judge has a fun fact. I was wrong card in the sideboard. Cost more mana than that.
Alright, so I think Death by Manga is almost assuredly going down to 1.
Yeah. All prowess triggers, yep. I think he's just dead here.
No, not quite. He goes to 1, and if he can somehow find a way to stabilize, then who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't
think stabilization is going to happen.
I don't think stabilization is possible at all with the current board state.
Yeah. Going down to 1 against Atarka means you're just dead to any burn.
Yes.
You're basically you're dead to an unblocked Swift Sphere, in which case there will be 1 of if he doesn't top deck a creature.
Yes.
In which case he has one Clint Nest left in the deck and 1 Feldar Guardian. And he top decks Feldar Guardian.
There we go. There is a Feldar.
That. All right.
All right. Well, we're still in the game, folks.
We are still doing things and stuff.
Of course, land off the top just wins.
Yes.
Unless it's a Cinderglade, in which case it doesn't just win, but it pretty much just wins.
Yeah. No. It doesn't. Because Death by Manga can go Feldar, flicker an Aether Hub, get an energy, go into Saheeli combo.
Oh no, he doesn't have enough mana.
He can do it the next turn. He would have to wait a turn. Okay.
No, he just concedes.
Just concedes. All right. So I just want to see. If he gets a 3rd land. Yep, 3rd land. All right. So, yeah, that was just going to be dead.
Yeah, just mountain off the top just wins.
Yeah. All right, moving to game 3 here. So, all right, game 3. I believe, so it looks like Manga's reevaluating his sideboard plan. I think what we're going to see from him is either negates come in or languishes come in.
Oh, did he not bring in languishes?
He only brought in dispels.
That seems like not a good idea.
Correct. However, Mason took out all of his Hazarets. So it's a 2-way.
Manga doesn't know that, though.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. So I assume Manga wants to play.
Yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, if I'm against Atarka, I don't want them on the play. course, that's just me.
You have to really, really want the draw to put Atarka on the play.
Oh, most definitely. Like, I would call it basically suicide
Yeah.
to put Atarka on the play.
The only deck I can see doing that ever is like, I don't know, Manaless Dredge maybe? And that doesn't even exist in this format.
Yeah.
So this is... Alright, we got hands. Or, I got a hand.
I got a hand too.
Alright,
This
it is very suspect. 4 lands is a lot. No matter how you put it, that's just a very high number of lands for Atarka. However, with all that land, there's a low chance of getting more land because you have like a quarter of it in your hand already.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that chance though. This seems like a mull to me.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of gas too. Like, the only real gas it has is the dragon fodder. All right, so Manga changed his sideboard plan. He took out his spell. He changed the sideboard plan to 2 dispels, 2 negates, and 1 pan, 2 guardians, and 1 Saheeli out. So yeah, Manga's taking the play.
All right, wait. So let me just confirm that for a second. Still no wraths at all, or sweepers?
He left in the Radiant Flames.
Okay.
This is the only Wrath left in his deck.
Mm-hmm.
So with Manga being on the play here,
Right, and they
if he
both
keeps,
keep.
if they both kept, all right. So yeah, Polluted Delta start off. This hand is going to get really punished. Come turn 2, because that dragon fodder is gonna make him lose 2 life, and instead of just get 2 tokens, because that Trespasser Curse is coming out to turn 2 no matter what.
Yeah, there's nothing you can really do about that. However, there is a lot of burn in this hand, so
yeah,
life gain is going to be very much for this game.
Yes.
And the Ferocidon second effect of that nature, this is going to be rough.
Yeah. Get the unstable tokens. I always liked the unstable tokens. They're weird and wacky, and I like them.
Yeah, they definitely fit with the set.
Yeah, and I love how they did the like different double-sided ones. It was very unique.
Mm-hmm.
I like negate here.
Ooh, yes.
I like holding up Fatal Push and negate, and that's exactly what he does.
Although, as you mentioned, first game, there are no basics, so he can only cast one or the other this turn.
Correct. So Mason starts off by swinging for 2. And he's fetching second main phase. Seems odd, but who knows? He passes. Mason just passes. Pass the turn.
All right.
I assume
Dragon Fodder. Right. What were you saying?
I think one of these Fatal Pushes may go off on one of these goblins. Maybe not.
I was going to
Nope.
say, Dragon Fodder is in a really weird spot because you don't want multiple creatures entering the battlefield, but it devalues Fatal Push so much that it might just be worth it to
Yes.
take the beats from the Enter the Battlefield triggers just to
Ooh.
get that
Oh.
card.
Okay. Frostdown comes out turn 4, not leaving up any interaction.
Frostodon comes down straight into a Lightning Strike, I believe.
Yeah, it's just gonna get Lightning Strike.
Just
Lightning
straight off the
Strike.
table.
Yep.
Just get it out of here.
Get out of here. And then also Wild Slash on top of that.
Yep. And now the Spell Mastery on Exquisite Firecraft is active, so that can't be negated. So that's just 4 extra points of damage whenever.
Yeah, that's sorcery speed.
Yeah.
And then Manga does indeed gain 1 life off of the Soul Scar Mage entering.
Yep.
I never like a Soul Scar Mage staying in play when I'm against Atarka. It's so good at removing cards, removing creatures off the battlefield.
Yes. Soul Scar is just so good that it's just a menace.
Yeah.
Like, after it's already been down for a turn, it's a higher priority removal target than Swift Spear, which is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah. One neat interaction I found out about with Soul Scar Mage and Winding Constrictor. A Wild Slash Winding Constrictor will die with a Soul Scar Mage on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Which is notable for our 2 Junt Scales decks we have this this time around.
I wish I had known that in testing against them. Right.
Yeah, because the Junts with the Junt Scales deck, the Winding Constrictor includes -1/-1 counters. I found that out when I was playing my standard league match against a mono red deck running Soul Scar Mage, and I got my Winding Constrictor got shocked.
All right.
Swifty off the top for
All right.
Mason Nancy.
So even more creatures,
Meaning?
but I think it's still worth it to just play it out.
No, Swifty is just a fine card in general.
Yes,
especially with Mason going Firecraft into Wild Slash.
Swifty is a very good card.
Does Taylor Swift Sphere resolve? I like that.
All right, so with the mana that's up right now, Mason can cast both of the spells in hand, which is 2 prowess triggers on both of the guys that have prowess.
Correct. And I think that's what he's going. Yeah, that's what he's going for.
Yep.
So he's going to get 4 for sure in with Firecraft because that can't be countered. And negate does indeed resolve.
Negate resolves and does nothing.
Negate.
Nothing at all.
Can we get a rip in the chat? Admitting that 2-0 is bad at this game.
That
Heard it here first.
feels bad.
Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. And that Wild Slash is going to get in for another 2 points of damage.
God. You hate to see that happen.
Oh, yeah. Misplays like that, you only make once.
Mm-hmm.
Not reading the card fully. I did that once. It was I lost the match. Cost me the match.
And double push coming out.
Yeah, I would have waited until I did it in response to Wild Slash.
Yes, I agree. That probably would have been correct.
I would have waited to see if he would have casted anything before doing that. Because technically, by manga saying no blocks, he passes priority. I think that's how priority works, right?
Yes, but you get priority again at damage,
Yeah.
I believe.
And oh well.
Yeah. It doesn't matter particularly much.
Nope. Just means that Mason gets to hold up his Wild Slash. Another curse off
And
the top.
another Trespasser's Curse.
Yeah.
That's no fun. Jason.
And I think the turn after this, we'll see a Panharmonicon come down. Mountain off the top.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
not hitting any gas. He does have Ramen activation up and Wild Slash.
That is true. He just has to top deck creatures, and he's good.
Yes.
Also, not top decking lands would also be good.
This is correct. So Healy Ride comes down.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Maybe to start digging for the rest of the combo?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I probably would have gone Panharmonicon first, because if he goes to cast another Dragon Fodder, he would be dead. Or close to dead? Close to dead. He would take 8 away from that. No, 4. 4.
Okay.
Now, if he draws Feldar Guardian, he does, in fact,
just win.
Just win. So, Mason is on a clock. Land off the top, not what he needs.
Oh, God. Land off the top is a very bad draw at this point.
Yeah. And Mason's just trying to kill him as fast as possible by the looks of it.
Holding up that Wild Slash just in case Felidar happens to show up.
Yes. I think Mason just closes this out.
Yet there's nothing that can be done at this point.
No, that
just slash face and
swing with goblins.
Yep.
And that's game.
Man, that Dragon Fodder. Hey.
That Dragon Fodder did some work.
You know,
Yep.
I
And you see, I think the crucial turning point here was when that negate was cast.
yeah. I don't. I don't
Oh,
think I.
oh, oh, that feel bad.
Wait. Oh
That was the top
no.
card.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh,
Oh. Oh
that just,
god.
oh,
That's so brutal.
that was oh, that sucks. That always is the feel bad moment when you go to look at your top card and it's the card that you needed to win.
Oh my god.
Uh, all right, so that concludes this week's stream. Um, Atarka
and
Red continuing to dominate this season with a 2-1 win over Dagger 2 combo, uh, whatever it's called.
all right. Can we just call this deck Cats with Daggers?
Cats with Daggers. I like that. So, uh, 2-1 over Cats with Daggers.
All right.
We will be back sometime next week with another match. Mason Mamsie on Atarka Red bumps up to 3-0, and Death by Manga is still staying in with a 2-1, still alive for top 8.
Yes,
Uh,
definitely still alive for top 8.
definitely still alive for top 8, unlike me
Can
with it.
probably even live through another loss. To be
No, it's
completely honest.
4-1-1 is guaranteed top 8. 4-2-0 in a 40-man tournament won't make it.
4-2-0 has a chance,
It's a very
but
slim chance,
yeah.
which is why I 0-2 dropped.
Which is why I 1-2 dropped.
Yeah.
And
So, needless to say, this has been Diamond Commando and Kushala, and we will see you guys next time. Probably if we are next time we are streaming. Thank you and have a
all
good
right.
night.
Have a good night.